horse once they go past 6. I break all rules occasionally, but and that depends on whether they're obviously a sprinter or a stayer, etc. But yeah, age, they're past their best at that stage, and then the people are going to say, what about takeover target? Yes, I know that, but just general rules, aged horses, no.
Mm-hmm.
No good.
Better question, and again, if you could be brief, that'd be great, because we've got a bunch more to get through. But
yeah, mate,
no, it's okay. No, just should you quit while you're ahead?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can remember saying that to Rob Hill one day, way back when I was a sceptic. I still am a sceptic, but not about punting. And I couldn't believe why I'd seen him, and these guys were betting massively, and he's probably the most successful guy in Australia right now. And he used to try and explain it to me, yet it never made sense. And that was when I was a young kid. But no, you don't. You don't, because all you're doing there is you're admitting to yourself that there's a fair chance you're going to get beaten. That's the first thing, so you've lost your confidence. When you've got good quality, you realise that it's a matter of you have to turn over. The more you turn over, the more money you're going to make. And once you start getting good information and you trust it, you'll find that out.
Yep.
Just turn over.
I always say that it's almost a cliche now, but if you're getting $2.10 about a coin toss, you're not going to have one bet a week. You're going to have as many as you can and keep turning it over. So that's our approach to the ratings. You're getting value, so you know, keep going. Don't stop whether you're up or down for the day. Just you're going to grind out a profit most months and stick at it. We had a question about the Blackbooker results on a proportionate basis. What we've done for subscribers is once a week we'll send through the results. I know not everyone has up-to-date record or results, so once a week we'll send through the full results at level stakes and on a proportionate basis. And Ed's a believer that long-term proportionate will be more a smoother ride, Ed, or more profitable?
Both.
Okay.
But certainly smoother. If you're a madman and you love running around screaming your head off when something wins at 16s, which it'll happen to us, and you think that's fantastic, do what you like. You don't have to do what I say. I'm just thinking for the more serious punter, but doesn't mean you can't bet level if you want it, guys. You don't have to do everything I say.
I spoke to one guy during the week who's doing both. Just got 2 banks going, and he's doing level and proportionate, so having a bob each way. Ian's asked about if we'd have a problem if he shared the cost of the ratings amongst others. Well, I mean, if you do that off your own bat, we're not going to do anything about it anyway. But you know, it'll be one email address and one mobile number, and if one person's doing the betting, I mean that could work for you.
Sure, but I just want to add something on that.
Yep.
The day I see somebody at the races with my ratings that I don't know, that's when I'll pull the pin. Because if guys think they're going to get my stuff and then photocopy and give it to all their mates, eventually everyone's only 6 times removed from everybody else, so I will pull the pin. So, and I would like to think, guys, if you understand, you get to know me when we play golf or whatever we do, have a few beers together, you realise this is not someone trying to take your money and not give you anything good for it. Like you, whatever you do in your jobs, you wouldn't like to have someone take advantage of you, and that's all I ask. Be a bit fair, but if you genuinely can't afford to pay what's required in the ratings, and I'm not prepared to change the price because I've got to pay people, then do some arrangement, but please don't abuse the system. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm. Paul's asked if he's betting $100 a unit, what size bank does he need to have?
10,000.
Yep. So that's the same for whatever your starting bank is. You need to divide by 100. Yep.
A unit is 1%. Yeah.
Right. We've had a question about Damien Oliver's ride on Real Saga. How did you rate that on Saturday?
Yeah. First of all, that track was massively leader biased, without doubt. So the ride wasn't great, but it was probably more enhanced by the fact that how the track played. Probably should have won, sure, but it is Caulfield, and it'll look better when it goes to Rose Hill. Mate, look, one thing about jockeys, I know a lot of them as mates more so they just want to know them because they're jockeys, but jockeys get one chance, and plenty of times I've been driving in traffic and I thought I'll go down the inside, and then there's a guy parked in the clearway, and I get stuck for about 10 minutes blowing up because I've made a mistake. But it's even worse if someone comes out and starts pointing at me and pulling faces and saying I'm an idiot. That's what we tend to do to jockeys. So it wasn't his fault. They do make errors, so still wouldn't have won though.
Phil's asked if you can rank the importance in terms of your ratings of the following 4 factors: the jockey, the state of the track, the course, and the distance. What's most important?
Well, in suitability.
No, most important
distance,
factor of those.
State of the track first.
Then jockey,
distance.
course, or distance?
Well, course relative to the size of the track and how it suits the horse second, the distance third, and the jockey last. But doesn't mean to say there's only little differentials in the weightings there. Doesn't mean that jockeys are way down the end of the scale, by the way. But that's just in general order, yeah. It's definitely the going. Going's definitely first.
Yep. And the final question I think we got for the night is from Lance. Is there a preference for weekend or midweek racing as far as returns or profitability go?
Lance, go onto the site, mate. I can tell you now, I had a guy the other week, he's probably listening now, so I'm not bagging you, mate, if you are. I'm just saying that I get this sort of stuff thrown at me all the time. A guy tried to put an argument to me that it's no point betting on Tuesdays because he had a look back over a couple of months and seen that we hadn't been winning on Tuesdays, albeit we hadn't lost much. In other words, won some, lost some. But, I said, well, that's not true because you're taking when you take a very small piece of the pie and try to analyse it in any scenario, it's incorrect data. So obviously, I haven't sent any dirty emails back to him now that Tuesdays are all good. I would suggest to you that they're all days are good. If you haven't got a lot of time though, you won't have time, and you haven't got time to get involved every day of the week. Concentrate on Wednesday and Saturday. But there's no difference between any day. I've got the same data. I put the same amount of work in on any day. The other days of the week, like the Tuesday's probably going to have less races than any day, and Friday can have less races, except when they put the night meetings on, when they become more. I hope that answers what you said, but they don't change.
Okay, no, I think that's answered it. That's it for the questions, and that's it for the webinar, Ed, unless there's anything else you wanted to add on a general note.
Oh, I'm ready to pass out, Dave, quite frankly.
Well, I'll leave you to it. As I said, I'm happy to take some calls if people are interested in getting on board for the next 10 days for the Blackbookers and the ratings for $50. So, yeah, you can contact me now or any time tomorrow. So that's where we'll end it. Thanks to Ed, thanks to Alan, and good night to everyone.
Yeah, good night.